Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 1. When you enter the land of the Lord your God is giving you as a special possession, and you have conquered it and settled there, put some of the first produce from each crop you harvest into a basket and bring it to the designated place of worship, the place the Lord your God chooses for his name to be honored. Go to the priest and charge at that time and say, go to the priest who's in charge at that time and say to him, with this gift, I acknowledge to the Lord your God that I have entered the land he swore to our ancestors he would give us. The priest will then take the basket from your hand and set it before the altar of the Lord your God. You must then say in the presence of the Lord your God, my ancestor Jacob was a wandering Aramean who went to live as a foreigner in Egypt. His family arrived, few in number, but in Egypt they became a large and mighty nation. When the Egyptians oppressed and humiliated us by making us their slaves, we cried unto the Lord, the God of our ancestors. He heard our cries and saw our hardship, toil, and oppression. So the Lord brought us out of Egypt with a strong hand and powerful arm, with overwhelming terror, and with miraculous signs and wonders. He brought us to this place and gave us this land flowing with milk and honey. And now, O Lord, I have brought you the first portion of the harvest you have given me from the ground. Then place the produce before the Lord your God and bow to the ground and worship before him. God is saying, bring me what you worked and got out of the ground. Take it to the priest that's in charge at that time. And then say these words as remembering where I brought you from, and then bow down. I want you to do this. And now, O Lord, I have brought you the first portion of the harvest you have given me from the ground. I obeyed. Then place the produce before the Lord, your God, and bow to the ground and worship before him. Afterwards, you may go and celebrate because of all the good things the Lord your God has given to you and your household. Remember to include the Levites, the foreigners living among you in the celebration. Every third year you must offer a special tithe of your crops. In this year of the special tithe, you must give your tithe to the Levites, foreigners, orphans, widows, so that they will have enough to eat in your towns. Then you must declare in the presence of the Lord, your God, I have taken the sacred gift from my house and have given it to the Levites. I did what you said, foreigners, orphans, and widows, just as you commanded me. I have not violated or forgotten any of your commands. I heard what you said, and I did it just like you said. Cut it down, Parker. I have not eaten any of it while in mourning. I didn't feel bad and decide I'm just going to eat the food up and not take it to God. I have not eaten any of it while in mourning. I have not handled it while I was ceremonially unclean. And I have not offered any of it to the dead. I have obeyed the Lord my God and have done everything you commanded me. Now look down from your holy dwelling place in heaven and bless your people Israel and the land you swore to our ancestors to give us, a land flowing with milk and honey. Today the Lord your God has commanded you to obey all these decrees and regulations. So be careful to obey them wholeheartedly. This is what God wanted done exactly the way he told Moses to tell us. Verse 17, you have declared today that the Lord is your God, and you have promised to walk in his ways and to obey his decrees, commands, and regulations, and to do everything he tells you. The Lord has declared today that you are his people, his own special treasure, just as he promised, and that you must obey all his commands. If you do, he will set you high above all other nations he has made. Then you will receive praise, honor, and renown. You will be a nation that is holy to the Lord your God, just as he promised. There were certain things that had to be done that way. Bring the offering, like I said. Say these words, like I said. Bow down, like I said. Listen to what I said. And then you'll be glad you obeyed. And I will make you a nation, people, because you're doing it the same way. When we read the word of God, the way that it is written, and we don't say anything else but what he said, then he said that we will be known as a nation who knows how to hear and obey. This is Deuteronomy chapter 26. And God is saying, when I find people, a lot of people, in this case, the children of Israel, that will do what I said do, I will make you a nation that the world will always recognize that I am your